Hi guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. I am Aisha. In today's video, I will be showing you how to sew this trendy corset blouse. Thank you all for your support. God bless you all. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. This is the drafting part of the top. I have a video on that. I will be dropping the link below for you to watch. I've cut it out with the main fabric and the lining. I had ½ inch to it all round. I have 1 piece of the main fabric for this part. This is the back aspect, and I have 2 pieces of the lining. I will double the lining, and I had stay to the 2 pieces of the lining at the back. This is the center back. I have 1 piece of the main fabric and 2 pieces of the lining. I had stay to the lining also. And this is the side back. Same thing applies to this also. And this is the front aspect. I have 2 pieces of the main fabric for the front aspect, the right and the left part, and I have 4 pieces for this part. The lining is 4 pieces. This the center front is on fold. You can see I have 2 pieces of the lining, and I've added stitch to it also. I've cut out the wording I will be placing on the front aspect. This is the wording for both the side and the center parts. For you to cut out this, at the under bust, you come down by 1 inch. That's the under bust. You come down by 1 inch. And at the bust point, you go upward by 3 inches. And the wideness there, I make use of 4 inches. So, and I give it a curve shape to the under bust after the 1 inch. Same thing applies to the center part. I come downward by 1 inch and I go upward from the bust point by 3 inches. This is the collar at the back aspect. I cut out 2 pieces of it with the main fabric, and I had ½ inch to it all round, and I've added stay to one of it. I'm making use of original boning. You can decide to use plastic boning. Any one of it is okay. But the one I'm using is a bit wider, ½ inch. You can see the difference. It's wider than the other one. I will be gumming the wording to one of the lining, the one I will be placing at the back of the main fabric. This is the center front. I have 2 pieces of the lining. I'll pick one of the lining, the one I will be placing at the back of the main fabric. I will be gumming it on heat with my iron. This is it. I've placed it at the back of one of the lining. Now I will be placing the main fabric on this particular one. You place it on this particular one, the main fabric. I will be using Emi gum to gum it together. You place it at the edge this way, and you place your iron on it just for it to hold it together. This will save you the stress of sewing it, placing sewing on the side. So that's why I'm making use of this Emi gum. Same thing applies to this side. Let me iron it. This is it. I've ironed it. You can see. And this is the lining. Now I'll be joining it together at the side, both the lining and the main fabric. To join it together, you make sure the under bust meets where we notch at the under bust, and you start your sewing from the down part this way. Make sure you maintain the ½ inch you are using from the down aspect to the upper part in sewing it. Be patient with it for you to get the curve when sewing it. This is it. You can see the outcome. This is the back aspect. Same thing applies to this other side. If you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. And to my old subscriber, thank you. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Love you all. You make sure the under bust and the bust point where we notch meet. This is it. I've opened the hem seam at the back and I've ironed it. You open it this way and you iron it. Same thing applies to the lining. This is the lining. This is the back aspect of it. I will be picking the lining also, one of the lining, and I will gum it the way I use the hemi gum in gumming it to the main fabric. This is the left side. This is where we lace at the back, and at this other side we will be joining it together here. You pick these two sides and join it together. Make sure the waist meets where we notch for the waist. Make sure it meets. Let me do that. This is it. I've joined it together, both the lining and the main fabric, and this is the left side of it. You can see. I'll pick this front aspect. I'll be cutting this sewing part. I'll trim it to the minimum. This is it. This is the inner part of it. This is the back aspect. I'll be joining it together on the main fabric and the lining at the side with ½ inch. This is it. I've done that. I'll be sewing the regional boning on each of the sewing on the lining. I'll iron the lining and open the hem seam and place the regional boning at the center and sew it downward. And if you are using plastic boning, you create channel with bias on the lining for you to insert your boning. You secure the sharp edge of your boning this way and place it half-inch after. Half-inch. You measure half-inch, and after the half-inch, you place it downward. And at the down part also, you leave half-inch and secure the boning at the down part also, you can see, and sew it upward back. At the back aspect where we'll be lacing is the most you add boning to it. You leave half-inch for the joining and add your boning to it and sew it. And at each sewing, I add boning to it. At the front aspect, I start the boning from 1 inch after the under bust downward. This is the collar. I will be joining the two pieces. You sew it downward that way. I've joined it and I've ironed it. This is it. You place it on the body this way at the back aspect and sew it. To create the loops for the lacing at the back, you come to the neck at the back aspect and you come down by half-inch. After the half-inch, I make use of 1 inch for the interval of the loops on both sides and make sure everything is equal on both sides. I will be using this Shambhala rope for the lacing and the loops. For the loops, I make use of 2 inches in cutting the loops. You cut the number of the one you need. I've cut out the modesty panel. You place it on the lining before joining it to the main body. You sew it downward and top stitch on it this way. I've sewed the loops at the back. This is it on both sides. This is the one I will be using for the modesty panel. I've cut it out and I had stay to one of it. I will sew it that way. You leave that other side and place it at the back of the lining. You sew it on the lining. Place it this way and top stitch on it. I will be joining it at the shoulder on the main body and on the lining. I've joined the shoulder together. I'm trimming off the excess. After then, you open the hem seam at the shoulder and iron it. I will be joining the lining and the main fabric. The right side facing the right side. You place it on each other. You pick it this way and use your office pin to hold it. You make sure the sewing meets. The both sewing on the lining and the main fabric. The sewing meets so that everything will be equal at the neck aspect. And you sew it at the neck aspect. You join the loop side together also. You close that part too. This is it. I've done that you notch it all round. After notching, you top stitch on it on the neck aspect. I've top stitched on the neck aspect. This is it. So now you pick it at the armhole side. You pick the lining and the main fabric and you pin it at that point together. So we'll come to the down aspect. You use your pin to hold it together with the lining. This point I go up by 4 inches because of the shape at the front aspect. The boning will not get to that point. For the shape at the front aspect, you come to the left dart of the front aspect. I'll be going up by 3.5. You leave the half inch that you will use in joining it. You know we have 4 inches there before. So I'll go up by 3.5. The remaining half inch will be used to join it. You give it curve shape this way and cut it out. You hold it with office pin at this point. I will be piling it with this. I've cut this out. I will use it in piling it from the back aspect. You sew it round first and notch it. After notching, you pile it to the front. This is it. I've done that. This is the sleeve. I've torn it with the lining. I will be sewing it at the side and I will be joining it to the body. I'm lacing it. I will be draping the collar on the mannequin with pattern paper first. Place the pattern paper on the shoulder this way. We have 3 pleats on it as seen on the designer. You fold the pleat upward. You fold it to the upper part. You fold it into the upper part and use your pin to hold it down. At this upper part of the neck, I will be folding it in a bit. At the upper part of the neck there. And use your pin to hold it. You come to the back aspect, you fold it this way. Make sure everything is laid. At the side, use your hand to lay it and fold it in a bit to the back aspect. At the back aspect, I will be coming down by 3 inches here. And this side, I will be making use of 10 inches. And you bring the shape. You shape it this way to the upper part at the shoulder. Make sure the pleats are well set. Here I'll be coming down by 8 inches. I'm okay with the shape. I will be cutting it out. If it's plus size person, I will advise you wait for the person to come for fitting before doing this. This is it. We have it this way. You can name it the back and the front aspect. You place the pattern on the main fabric and add half inch to it all round. In cutting it, you double the fabric by cutting two pieces of it. I will be adding stay to one of it. I've added stay to it and I've joined it together. You notch it all round. I turn it from this upper part and I later close it. You place the collar on the main body. At the back aspect, you place it this way and stitch it down. This is it. You bring it to the front aspect this way and pleat it the way we did on the manicure. Use your office pin to hold it. I will be placing sewing on it. You can use your hand needle to do this or you use your machine, but I will be using my machine to do this. I've placed sewing on it and you bead it to knit the sewing. This is me pairing it with teal trouser pants. You can pair it with any color of pants. I'm not done with the beading. I still have to bead the down part and the sleeve and the neck aspect. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.